until the break of dawn. I go on until the break of dawn. I go.
A decade from now, a 10-year-old will be able to run the SWIFT network on their smartphone. They'll be able to be a bank and a brokerage house on their smartphone. By the time they're allowed at 16 to open a bank account, they've probably spent 5 or 6 years using Bitcoin on a day-to-day basis as their currency. Because in a global connected world, credit cards don't work for minors, and they're going to end up using Bitcoin. In fact, we're already seeing this. So by the time they get to banking, they've got 6 years of experience with Bitcoin. Try explaining to them what 3 to 5 business days for clearing a check means. Try explaining what a check is. Try explaining why they have to pay you £5 to keep their account with you. Try to explain them what an overdraft fee is. While you're at it, you might as well sell them a landline and a fax machine, because they're just as likely to get one of those as they are to open a bank account.
They ain't gonna have any of that, man.
Oh, yeah.
There
he is.
Hey, happy Wednesday. How's it going?
Oh, I was looking at Ethereum. I was waiting for the ETF to get approved so I can retire. I was thinking about retiring.
Oh, you're ready. You're gonna shut it down, huh? You're gonna shut it down.
Yeah, taking my coffee.
Hey, but do you know what today is? This is a big momentous day.
Today is the I call it the Bitcoin Pizza Day.
Oh, FOMO! Look at you, buddy. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that a little bit, but it is.
I'm in the pizza business. I know 10,000 Bitcoin to buy 2 pizzas.
You wish somebody came in and gave you 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas.
Well, at one time, I don't want to talk about the token. The first letter's an M. The second number's a 2. Somebody did pay me a little bit that for some pizza and chicken tenders one time. I got one time 182,000 M2.
Yes.
I'm just letting you know that could be something.
That could definitely
and
be.
And you screenshotted that and kept it for.
It's still in my wallet. It's still in my wallet. Absolutely. It's in It's in the Santisi brothers' wallet.
I love it, phone. But look at that.
Oh, there
fire! Fire!
Hey, I was Crypto Bull told me something too. When you look at the whole world too, but you do only see the generals, right? But man, the other day it was rocking and rolling, man. You could zoom out.
By that, you're not seeing anything I've been shooting in Arizona lately. I'm just letting you know. It'd be no visibility from the skies.
There's no visibility, but we can get down this. This is our. Oh, look, so you can see it out in the distance.
I like you know what? We should show some respect to the generals. I'm just letting you know because my privates have not been shooting very.
We don't want to hear anything about your privates there.
Privates to yourself.
We don't want anything to do with your privates.
Hey, let's take a look at Arizona. Let's see if I can get a general.
Let's see.
Right now, boom! I'm launching it. I'm drinking up in Arizona.
Oh, you just got hit by
Oh, look at
yeah!
That's a captain.
That is one, man. Yeah.
Did you do yours, Tim? No?
Nice. Yeah, it was local.
Even got one of these. Woo, look at me. Look at me.
Ooh.
There's another one.
That's nice.
That's a mob one, I think.
There you go. So let me get mine. Hold on before we start. And if you're not knowing what we're doing, we're collecting our GMs, man. Got to get the Opus AI app. Got to get it.
Incoming. Ooh, big ones.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Jersey right there.
Jersey? You from Jersey?
Popping off in there.
Oh, yeah.
They got all kinds of stuff going on. Mobs. They got do you see this global pizza party? See this? Global.
I saw it. There's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, a lot of events, man. Check in. RSVP. Here goes Atlanta. Here it is. It's a general.
That didn't look like a general.
No, it's not a general. It's not. It's
like a captain or a sergeant.
It's all good. No worries. Yes, love it.
Oh, somebody just did launch a general.
Yeah,
it's still going. Somebody in your neighborhood has a general.
Yeah, they're crushing it. Right. Let me get off of this. I'll pop back in and we'll get to the chat. You want to do the chat or me do, Tim? Here's up to you.
Sure, I'll get it.
All right.
Here we go. First one in the room. Guess who? Richard.
George
Richardson. George, how we doing? Good evening, Web3 wise guys and crypto friends. Fit 21 passed.
Oh, see?
Here we go.
Right on.
And I am think I wanna to ETH it up.
Yep.
I think I want to ETH it up. Nice.
Yeah, definitely ETH it up. Tomorrow, big day.
So past the House, now we got to go to the Senate. Is that right?
I believe if it passed,
what
it
is
passed.
the 21 actually doing? What's the What's in the legislation bill?
We're gonna get there. We got it all. We got it all. In there. Yeah.
I'm just checking. I prepared nothing for today. I just want to be entertained.
Thanks for showing up. Robin Summers, wonderful news. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Time for some Web3 entertainment, edutainment, of course.
Thank you.
Good evening, Natalia. Thank you. Welcome.
Yes.
M2 Nomers, good evening. Happy Wednesday. Dan Smith in the house. Hump Day.
Oh, Hump Day. I forgot today was Hump Day.
It is. Felt like a word Thursday.
Oswaldo, good evening, Web3 wide guys. That must be for you.
That's the wide guys.
Hey, the wide guys are back. Yeah.
Wellness Wednesday.
Beep. Hey, that's what happens when I back up in the kitchen. Beep, 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 beep. With the wide guys.
There you go.
I hope everybody checked in for the Wellness Wednesday today. Night Owl's here. Thank you.
Night
you.
I was actually at the chiropractor during that show, and they heard me on the table getting stretched. I'm just letting you know. I was under decompression. I'm just letting you know.
Thanks. That's I feel better now. Hail, the gang's all here. Hump Day and the Wise Guys.
There you go.
Yes,
Thank you.
Good evening. Great to see you, Wise Guys. Thank you, Hatzak.
Oh, yes.
Comfy here. Good evening, everyone. Thank you.
Hey, just so you know, I just received something from Comfy last night, and I showed it to Ray of Light.
It's
epic. I'm not sharing it today. It's epic. And I'm letting everybody know now. Comfy is going to be famous. That's all.
Yes, he is. Comfy's going to be famous. That's
Comfy is going to be worldwide. That guy.
Drink up from Ariel.
Love it.
And George.
Oh,
good evening, fellas. Good evening to you, George. Thanks you for showing up.
Yeah.
Ariel back with thank you for the XP. Yes, XP points. Go collect them.
Yep.
Opus AI is the key. Decrypting Chaos. Happy Wednesday. Yes.
DK.
Yes. And Stevie Z. Happy and grateful for the Wise Guys.
Right on, Steve.
Stephen R.
Good to see you. Steven.
Wiser for watching. There you go.
Right on.
All right.
I like it. Appreciate it. But yeah, no, you get XP, you get some information, learn about crypto, all kinds of stuff going on, right? And what is the Matt 10-1 split NVIDIA? Go ETH. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So they did that thing he was talking about. They split it up, huh, Matt?
No,
we
mean
the stock you get
1. So 10 shares turn into 1?
Yeah, he'll confirm that because he's an NVIDIA guy.
NVIDIA. I just heard they blew expectations away. They report tomorrow and it's supposed to just go off the charts.
Yeah,
I got a little something on that.
Oh, there you go.
I think I do.
Right. Did someone say XP?
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that Red XP?
There you go. That's why he popping up. That's what I'm talking about.
He must have knew something when he named himself that like years ago.
Yeah, that's a great. Well, how fortuitous for Red XP.
Fortuitous, yes,
that's right.
Thomas.
The word of the day. Fortuitous.
Fortuitous. That's the word of the day. There you go.
Oh,
yes, sir. That's exactly what happened. 10-1. Hey, is that not a good thing for you, Matt?
Yeah, it reduces the amount of shares that are out.
So if you had 100 shares, you would now have it's good.
Oh, that's not a. Is that a 10-1 or a 1 to 10? I guess. Right.
Yeah, good for you, Matt. Congrats, brother. I love it. All right.
The shares are smaller. The price is going to go down. More people are going to be able to buy more shares.
That's what it means. I got you. It's split.
Yeah, but they'll go back up. I mean,
NVIDIA is out of control.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge one.
Right.
Out of control.
Good stuff. But yeah, I don't know if you want to jump into it, Tim, because I got some stuff,
I don't know where to start.
Just so you know, if you read his again, so if you had 100 chairs, you would now have
1,000 chairs.
Oh, look, yes, he is pumped. That's excellent. Congrats,
brother. You should be pumped, Matt. That's gonna get you a couple of NFTs in the future. That's
right. You might be able to.
I think I have a request that you would like an NFT that I have. So I'm just letting you know.
Oh, look. Lou said, FOMO, I heard you were getting treatment today. A new physiotherapist in Hawaii. And she said if it's physicals, it is therapy. There you go.
Thank you. Very nice.
Thank you, Lou. Honolulu Lou. That's it. So, yeah, you had some stuff. You got some cool things, right?
All right. A couple quick things. A couple of years ago, we had the pandemic. And if anybody remembers, Zoom took off like a rocket. Back then, was up 735%. Now it's back down to earth. All the pandemic winners have settled back down to
the dirt is one, huh? Yeah,
where they were.
I remember Peloton. That got a little bit crazy.
Oh, Peloton was nuts. Everybody was like, "Oh, that's it. Can't go to the gym. Got to get the Peloton." And went up like bonkers, up 490%. But Moderna, of course, was one of the big ones, 2,000%. Now it's still up 600%, but we don't have to go deep down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But Wayfair, the online shopping, up 282%, but that's all falling off. People trying to get back out there.
Yeah, the other one, they all went negative. I didn't even see that again.
Yeah, DocuSign went negative, Peloton negative,
Everything but Moderna. Everything but
Etsy's
Moderna.
hanging on.
Right.
Zoom is negative, and this one's
Thank you
negative.
for that.
Yeah.
So Etsy, because they're the most creative. Those are all creative people creating their own stuff on Etsy.
Yeah.
But now people can get out there.
Overpriced.
A little bit. Couple other things where I'm gonna skip that one because where is it? NVIDIA. There we go. NVIDIA's quarterly numbers are insane. Here it is. So 2024 up huge, making it 14.9 billion.
Beautiful.
Right there. Quarterly net income. If you can read that one right there. Just crazy. So now that the split and everything, it's going to make it easy to jump in there on NVIDIA.
Didn't that one guy create that in his garage or something? Was that the guy, or is it a different guy?
I don't know.
You talking about Bill Gates?
No, this is another one. NVIDIA, that they started. Yeah, look where they were back in 2016. Like, look at the craziness.
Yeah. Well, that's how it worked. Yeah.
So his garage is probably over here.
Exactly.
That's why we said we're early. We're early.
That is crazy. Those are the chips that they're going to use everywhere.
In AI, big time in AI, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Speaking of AI, Scarlett Johansson.
I heard this.
You heard this one?
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Not happy. So she says that OpenAI, the voice assistant, is her voice because here it is when it goes to voicemail mode. But what she said was, let me find it down here. Basically, Sam Altman called her up and said, "Hey, you want to be the voice?" And she declined, and she said no. And so then when it came out, everybody was like, "Wow, it sounds just like you." And of course, Sam still put a picture of her on X. So here it is. So the company said it was working on getting voice submissions. OpenAI denies that it's her voice, but he still posted her on X to mark its release. So, and she was in the movie. She did the movie Her. So it's just, obviously they were. So the clone was a little too close to home for her.
I want to add one to the story. So months earlier, they said, "Hey, would you like to be the voice for AI?" She thinks about it. She comes back, no. 2 days before the launch, 2 days.
Yeah.
They call her again. Say, "Hey, we're really interested in you being the voice." She doesn't get back to them.
Right.
Boom, it's the voice. So it was kind of interesting that second, 2 days before the launch. "Hey, we already did all the work. It's your voice. We can't change it. AI loves your voice. It took it over. We have no control."
We have no control.
AI, it's AI. It took your voice because it loves it. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So here's the thing: when AI becomes so self-learned, right, and it takes voices by itself, who are you going to sue?
Yeah,
Scarlett
Johansson.
Going to sue her? Nice. Scarlett told me to cook it at 325. Yeah, she told me to cook it at 325.
This lake.
It was burnt.
That's right.
So just wanted to share that with you. It's kind of interesting.
Good time, Solo. Good time.
Who are you going to sue?
And then the last one, we were talking about that policy that passed the House, and of course we're all waiting for the ETH ETF to get approved. It has not been approved yet, but here, this guy on CNBC. Let me blow this up and play this because it's a short clip. But listen to what these guys are talking about already.
So I don't know if the Ethereum ETF gets approved today, next week or the week after. It will get approved at some point in time. But also the trade now is who's next, right?
Exactly. Who is next?
Who's next?
And I was talking about yesterday. Now it's almost time for truly my ETF, my blended ETF, of which which crypto asset it is. And so who is next, though?
I mean, I think you've got to think about Solana as probably the next one, right? I mean, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana are probably the big three for this cycle. But I'll give you even a stranger, or maybe not stranger, but maybe an unintuitive way to think about it: Robinhood and Coinbase. Because now we have some clarity about what a security is and what isn't. And they'll be able to list a lot more crypto, which means a lot more trading for them. So I think they're the biggest beneficiaries from the change that's gone on.
These guys are really trying to.
And do you remember
to,
that guy
get
who
after
said
it.
no way on Solana? His
Yeah.
name, Ray Light
Yeah.
38.
Well, it's just that's ridiculous. It's
I
goofy.
know.
Right?
We were just
But
talking.
what people will start realizing, that's what's cool. All this ETF stuff, right? What's cool is once they start really kind of mulling it around and getting and digging through it, you're in a lot of baskets if you're in Ethereum, right? Because there's a lot of layer twos and there's a lot of projects that are built on there. So as ETH goes, so do a lot of those projects. As those other projects go, so does ETH, right?
I did have a question. Go ahead. I agree with you. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
No, but I'm just saying. I think that's kind of it's going to be a little lull. I think before they start getting into that other stuff. I don't know.
What do you think? I'm going to knock you out on this one. What do you think about a paired ETF?
Yes, right.
Paired.
A basket, right? A basket.
Yeah, you get
Well,
like
that's what he said on the.
yeah,
thing.
you get like 25% of you get 25% Bitcoin and 3/4 of this, or maybe like you were talking about a basket. I love the concept. Maybe a little bit of this and a little bit of that, a little a la carte, if you will.
Absolutely.
And you create like you were talking. How we can go on that one site and do pairs.
Yeah.
ETH is paired with Bitcoin or whatever.
Liquidity pools and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Balancer.
Yep.
Right, balancer. So I was just thinking, oh my goodness, how crazy would it be? Because maybe I don't want all Bitcoin. Maybe I want a little bit, maybe I want to hedge, one or the other. One's up, one's down.
Right.
It's just kind of interesting. That's a great concept.
I know. I love it. And that's all coming, right? But I just don't like this guy, what he was just playing. That it's not going to jump into Solana, right?
Because
But he's like,
you win the Super Bowl, the first question is, hey, what are you going to do next year? You think you're going to win it again? Like, listen, I just won it now. Just relax. Give me a break.
It's not even one yet. It's not even one yet. The ETH is not even there yet.
Right. Can I enjoy?
And he's like, well, what's the trade now? Let's go grab some Solana.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I think you should buy some ETH first.
That's it.
I got no more money on the sidelines for that.
What's up, John? GM. Yep, very interesting. It is a lot of stuff. Very interesting things happening. It's crazy.
It is history. We talked about that. We had a couple of historical marks.
January 11th was historic, man. Historic, right? That's when Bitcoin became an ETF, became money of the world, right? Big day. And, same thing. If that happens tomorrow, big day. And,
where were we on January 11th? Weren't we here?
We were right here. Right.
Weren't we in the same chairs?
That's right. That's right. We were on Spaces too. Hey, we were on Spaces as well. That's right. No, good stuff, man. Appreciate it. Excellent. Let me jump into here because today is a holiday. It is Bitcoin Pizza Day, right? And it happened on the 22nd of May back in the day. I think it was what year? Oh yeah, 2010, right?
That guy's still crying.
He hit, but guess what? We're going to meet him. Have you ever met him, FOMO?
I did.
Okay, well, we're going to meet him again.
And he ordered me some pizza, and I said, "You got Bitcoin on you, buddy?"
No,
and he walked out.
Yeah, no, he said he got some fake Bitcoin. But anyways, this day, 10,000 Bitcoin, right? I don't know if anybody that if you have you love calculator stuff. What is that, FOMO? 10,000 Bitcoin. What are we at? Let's just say let's even it.
My trustee, watch this. Do not touch it.
At 70,000, we'll round up. It's at 70,000.
Yeah, I appreciate that. 70. It's probably 7 billion.
Yeah, it's crazy. For 2 pizzas, everybody. 2 pizzas.
It is 700 million. $700
million. That's crazy, man.
Dude, those pizzas must have been good.
Yep, Papa John's even. Papa John's.
Oh, not good. Not good.
So yes, this guy and listen, you can't fault him because it was even very difficult to do anything with Bitcoin back then, right? Just even getting into your wallet, doing all that stuff, it wasn't worth anything.
I have like 2 friends, Ray, that had 40 or 50 Bitcoin, and their genius friend said, "Yeah, that's not going to be anything. You should just get rid of it." Sometimes when you don't know if it's going to be it, just put it in the back of the closet, right? You know what I'm saying? What 2 pizzas? It was 2 pizzas.
Yes.
Just leave it alone. Let it sit. Forget about it.
Well, he could. He had 10,000. He could have sold 9,000 of them.
Yeah,
kept left himself 1,000 and said, "Whatever, let it ride."
Right, like I said, just or that guy who took the stock Wasn't there somebody who took the Microsoft stock and bought a car or got cashed out, and if he would have stayed in Microsoft with those guys, he would have been worth like $26 billion or something crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to have a little vision. Sometimes you just got to, put that in the corner. It might be an antique one day.
You do. And it is. I'm trying to look because I have the guy. I just had Nancy Pelosi up, but I had the guy.
Who?
Don't.
I know I do. I do because I got to throw flowers, right? I don't
do it, Ray. You beat to your own drum, Ray.
I know, because listen, if they're doing that stuff and they come around and turn around and start supporting what we're into, hey, good. We got to talk about that stuff too. You can't just
go something, Ray.
She did.
You know who called her?
Who called her?
From BlackRock. I already told you.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I'm on the three-way call when he calls everybody.
Oh, okay.
He goes, FOMO, I'm calling Pelosi. Hang on.
Oh.
He does,
Well, it is because
I have that the thing on the bottom of the screen every time I'm talking.
It is, right? So Nancy Pelosi, right? She used to be the Speaker of the House, very powerful woman, right? And I don't know if she's retiring soon, but she's been around. But she has voted in favor of that crypto bill, Fit 21, against what Joe Biden, President Biden, said he was going to veto, right? Even Chuck Schumer, a lot of the Democrats. And I'm gonna play a video. You'll see what just like kind of what you're saying, FOMO. I think somebody got a call.
I'm telling you, Ray, nothing happens in Washington unless you get a call.
Right. It is. It's true.
I'm just telling you. Why don't you guys listen to me?
I know. And then that's what other people are kind of.
I tell you this. Remember that kid at the bus stop that picked on that kid, and all of a sudden the next day he didn't pick on that kid anymore?
Well, yeah.
He got a call.
You got a call.
Somebody got a call. No, he gets a call. Mommy or daddy gets a call.
Okay.
The kid's picking on my daughter. Can you stop that? Yeah.
That's today. Today, back in the day, that's not what happened.
Did he get the call?
No, you didn't get a call. There was a whole group that came down to the bus stop.
Yeah.
And it was reversed. They did the reverse.
This is May 22nd live at 5:45 p.m.
Yep. Go ahead, man. This is like I said.
No, this is exciting. You do it. I like I said, very exciting.
House voted 279 to 136, right, on Wednesday to pass the Republican-led Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act, also known as Fit 21. 71 Democrats voted yes. 71 Democrats.
You can't get 71 Democrats to vote with the Republicans ever.
Right, but including the former Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi of California.
And what do you say about Maxine Waters? I'm not a big fan.
She's against it, right?
Of course she is.
House Financial Service Committee ranking Democrat Maxine Waters told the House Rules Committee on Tuesday is one of the worst bills.
The worst, Maxine.
But when I'm gonna jump to the audio, to the video, what this guy's talking about, it is exactly what you have to say. There's no reason for them to be doing this, right? It's like they're digging their own grave for no reason. Why would you die on this hill, right? Crypto is very active. People you're starting to see a lot of super PACs spin up. There's about to be hundreds of millions of crypto. Now they can use crypto, but back into fiat dollars of crypto people putting it in and starting these super PACs against any of these. And what they're doing is they're targeting the ones that are very vulnerable, right?
But you talk about crypto and NFTs, which we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Just say this came up. I don't even know if it ever existed. Say you can buy a Donald Trump NFT, but if you bought 50 of them, just say if you bought 50 of them, you get invited to Mar-a-Lago and you get to hang out with Donald Trump and be close to him. Can you imagine that as a concept? Like if they said to you, hey, you can hang out with Mick Jagger or you can hang out with a famous politician, buy 50 of these NFTs.
Yeah.
I know somebody that's done that.
So that's been done before?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yes, he was there.
That's what I'm saying. So you have to eventually understand crypto will take over the world, right?
It's going to. It's a gimme. It's going to happen. Just like that guy was saying when we started the show. Kids, the young people, they're done. It's what they're going to use.
Yeah.
They're not going to use the stupid old ancient checks, credit cards, and all that ridiculous fiat carbon. They're not going to wait 3 days for something to clear the bank. They're not going to do that, right? That stuff is over. It's done. And the dinosaurs and all this banking stuff is done. It's
Can
over.
you tell me the company that prints checks for you, where you get the letter in the mail, and would you like checks?
Yeah.
Because I have checks, but they last.
Harlan Clark.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You don't need them anymore. They're gone. They're like the boogie whipper, the whippy whipper.
It's right. It's right. And My Crypto Ventures has a great question. How much was it? Was that 10,000 Bitcoin in USD at the time of purchase?
Ooh, that's a really good question.
It was like what pizza, $25 to $30.
It was a dollar a coin then.
No, it wasn't.
Not a dollar a coin.
Yeah,
it was like 10 cents.
Yes,
yeah.
penny. But that's exactly great question. But he was doing it kind of what a pizza would be for.
Because he had no vision.
Well, no, he thought it was nothing. It was
he took the cash value of what a pizza was, but he didn't keep the Bitcoin.
That's what I'm saying to you. For the amount of money, we're not talking about tens of thousands. He could have just left it alone.
Right.
Dude, I'm going to get $20. I'm not having 2 pizzas right now. I'm going to have a Diet Coke. I get you.
Exactly.
And Sabina.
Yeah, I'm going 100%.
Sabina. She's
he did end up buying a Honda Civic with the money.
That was a Honda Civic, right?
So he did, he held it. It went up, and he's like, I got pizza. Now I got a car. I think that's a pretty good deal.
Absolutely. And it went on from there, right? Whoever got that car, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's wild. And
again, I'm saying to you, I might hold some crypto. And if you told me would I trade it in for 2 pizzas and a car, the answer is no.
Yeah, now.
So you're never going to sell any of your Bitcoin. Is that right?
I don't have any Bitcoin, but if I did, I would probably put it into a pool, and I'd probably create like an exchange. And say I had Bitcoin, which I don't have, but say I had $1 million in Bitcoin. I put Bitcoin over here, then I put $1 million of ETH over there, and then I would just get the trading volume every single second of every single day. And I would always own my Bitcoin, because I tell you, you never sell your assets. That's the way wealthy people think.
It is.
Don't sell your stuff.
These are not your ATMs, right?
You know, that's an NFT one time that might be some.
You ever see somebody in Monopoly start selling their houses and hotels?
Yeah, they don't sell those houses. You know what I'm saying? One time we ran out of hotels. I put like a little shoe, like a baby shoe on my thing. Go, that's your house. It's a shoe. I'm building a condo. You know what I mean? Like a little block.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Ray.
I do. Love it.
Tim, Ray.
Look at this guy, Tim. I'm muting. You ready? So let's take a listen. He's speculating also, right? Of what is going on? Something shifted in Washington. Something shifted.
And this is CNBC.
Their bank accounts. That's what shifted.
I'm really impressed, Ray. You went to CNBC and MSNBC twice. And if they're talking, listen to me. If they're talking about crypto, that's crazy. Go ahead, Ray.
Is a lot higher in the last 24 hours on speculation that the ETF is coming. Step back a little bit. What seems to have happened is, Donald Trump 2 weeks ago got on stage and said, "I'm the crypto president." And it was on the same day that Joe Biden had threatened to veto a relatively obscure piece of legislation that the SEC had put through, a rule on accounting, saying that crypto assets in custody needed to be held on balance sheet. And that kind of set off a firestorm where it almost became a purity test, like Republican, good for crypto, Democrat, bad for crypto. And I think the Democratic regime woke up and saying, this is crazy, right? There are more crypto owners in America than there are dog owners, right? We have 85 million people that own crypto, and a lot of them are single issue voters. And the Democrats looked like they were the party against dogs. And so you've seen a pretty dramatic change. First of all, you had 9 senators cross the aisle and 21 congressmen on the SAB 21. And so that's passed, the repeal of that. And it'll go to Biden's desk. We'll see if he vetoes it or not. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, what seems to be a complete about face with the SEC on the ETF. And, listen, I don't have any inside info other than talking to people in the markets. And we'll see. We do have an ETF in registrations. I got to be a little bit careful. But assuming, the market is right, and the market's usually pretty smart, it feels like someone at the Biden White House made a call and said, guys, we can't be the party against crypto anymore. And I think that's a seismic shift, because if those things actually happen, prices are going to be much higher than here.
So you're speculating that if
He said they're going to be much higher. Did you hear him? That's not financial advice. I'm sure that's him. It is. I mean, this thing goes tomorrow is a big day, right? If they pass this ETF, which everybody thought was dead and just a goner, and if this thing passed, this is not like Bitcoin, because Bitcoin was building up and everybody kind of knew that it was going to happen in January. This ETH thing was a surprise. You saw it pump yesterday and the past few days up to almost 30%, right? But it's lagging seriously. So if this happens tomorrow, I don't think you're going to see like what you did with Bitcoin. They're going to have to start gobbling it up, right? And they're going to be buying like banshees, man.
Dude, it could easily hit 10. I'm not saying anything, but it could go. You know what I'm saying?
It's 3,700. You said we're going to go to 10.
Boom, boom, boom. You hear me? Boom, boom, boom. It's going.
It's going. It's going all right.
I'm just telling you. I called you. Remember, I was joking about it yesterday. Remember, it was 3,100. All of a sudden, I saw this wall come, and all of a sudden, it just kept on going straight up. I'm like, excuse me, Ray.
Yeah.
Have you looked at Ethereum? What's going on, Ray?
What happened? What happened?
And Ray goes like this. I don't know what's going on. Let's turn it on. Ray. I'm just saying, and like I said, when you get an MSNBC and a CNBC guy talking about crypto, it's very,
Well, it's because it's becoming mainstream, right? We've been waiting for this mass adoption. This is what's happening. It's happening right in front of our face.
Writing's on the wall.
Yes.
Please
go for
Nice.
Hey, and you know what's crazy? I'm sitting here looking for that thing. I'm going to loop back because I have it already kind of in our video clips. I put the pizza guy in the video clips.
The pizza guy.
So let's see. If you've never seen him, this is the guy talking to Anderson Cooper. See, I get all of the ones that you don't think. I watch everything, right? So you got to get all the news. Yeah.
Yeah, you're up
Here we go.
late.
Take a listen. This is the pizza guy talking to Anderson Cooper.
I'm offering 10,000 Bitcoins in exchange for some pizza. And somebody there said, hey, I'll take you up on that offer. So I sent him the 10,000 Bitcoin. I said, okay, here it is. I'm waiting for my pizza. And, he phoned it in. He paid with his credit card, and the pizza showed up at my door. Here you can see the original pizzas, and that's my daughter's hand. She was a year old.
Wow. You paid 10,000 Bitcoin for one pizza?
It was two pizzas, actually.
Oh, you got two pizzas out.
And, maybe the person spent $30, $40, something like that.
What would it be worth today?
$80 million, I don't know.
$80 million.
A lot. People laugh at that, but at the time it wasn't worth anything.
Right.
See that? And that's look how long ago that was. We just said it's 700 million now, right?
Yeah. Right.
So, think about that. Say you did that whenever he was doing this interview and you bought a huge house, right? Or a big yacht, right? For 50 million. How stupid would you look now that it's worth 700 million, right?
Well, again, you never spend your Bitcoin. You maybe invest it properly in watch this. I'll show you. You take your Bitcoin, you collateralize it, and you buy a fourplex. Then you rent out the fourplex, and you get Tim as your real estate agent because he guides you well. You get rent now for the fourplexes. Then you take that profit and you buy more Bitcoin with it, and all of a sudden you have more and more and more. I'm just explaining to you. You buy things that gain value. You collateralize the value and you buy more stuff. That's all I'm saying to you, ladies.
I love it.
Can you collect rent in Bitcoin?
Yes, I can.
You can.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
I only accept Bitcoin. That's right. That's true.
Hey, remember the people got yelled at for all the football players that took Bitcoin in their contracts? Remember?
Oh, yeah. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, they're trying to embarrass him. Oh, look at you. You took it in Bitcoin. Dummies.
Yeah, it is.
Dummies.
It's all good, man. That's why we love it over here.
This is coming in live again, Ray. Let me tell everybody out there in the audience. Yeah, check out the date, which I'm always in. May 22nd, 2024 at 10:27 a.m. Eastern Time. Ray of Light, Tim, bring us value and current value. I'm impressed, Ray.
Thank you. Because they did. This is all being updated, man. And we saw this as a big flashing go sign when you started seeing this for Bitcoin, right? And that's why you could see that it could happen tomorrow, right? They've already done Bitcoin. So all that kind of noise of getting that all set up, that's already been settled with Bitcoin. And now you only need this little short, and they're making these adjustments.
Think about it. There's no way, and I say this, maybe I'm wrong. The SEC goes, "Hey, you guys, can you amend your forms that doesn't say you're able to stake it, please? Can you take the word staking off your forms? Can you re-put in the paperwork today so we can do this? So you know that, Ray, right? The SEC is not wasting time to just all of a sudden change this. Does that make sense? Like, get your amended filings in. I just think it's incredible.
Yep.
And we are living in history right now, ladies and gentlemen.
It is, and it's coming fast and furious, man. It's wild. So we'll see. We'll see. And then over here, we know the price was soared. It was soaring the other day. But how are ETH option markets positioned? So let's just go through this a little bit. But like I said, this Eric Balkunas, a senior analyst at Bloomberg, raised, and we talked about this the other day. Everybody, once they saw this, they raised it from 25% to 75%. So everybody's a lot more positive about this. And then you saw this too. The Nasdaq, they updated their filing. So if you go down here, I think this is the chart. You can see. I'm trying to look for the one. I don't think this is the one. But you know how they put that up on the Nasdaq, the ticker, right?
Yeah.
That's up there now for E, right? Just like I think BlackRock did. I think BlackRock did it first. The IBIT.
Right.
This was not Fidelity. What is the other one?
VanEck.
Vanguard, yes, Vanguard or VanEck. One of them. It's a V. But theirs came up. It was on the ticker, man. So these are all signs, man. Maybe it's on this one. I don't think so. It's not on this one either.
What was it talking about?
Here.
VanEck.
Yeah, it is VanEck. So this is what I'm talking about. You go down here, and there it is, right? It's been listed, right, on their thing. And this was a sign that we saw when Bitcoin did it, and everybody got all pumped and excited. And then now, here you go. You see this. Crazy stuff, man. Tomorrow's a big day. So that's the ticker symbol.
And then remember we were talking about, he mentioned somebody must have got on the phone.
Yeah.
It's too much money that they'll lose. Like, why does BlackRock want the ETF, right? Why do they want it?
What do you mean, why do they want it?
No, why does BlackRock really want it? Because they're going to make fees.
Yeah. They're going to do well. Yeah.
Right. So once BlackRock and all these companies get into it, you understand that they move a little bit of the world around, You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure
they move a lot of the world.
I'm sure somebody was at a dinner. What's this, Ray? I'm sure somebody was at a dinner, and it was a really nice dinner, and maybe it was like $25,000 a plate, and BlackRock's picking it up, and there's T-bones and those big brontosaurus burgers, and things you're eating, everybody's drinking, and the guy goes like this. Larry Fink goes like this. I'd really appreciate it if the ETF for Ethereum would go through. I would be at your debt. If you need something in the future, maybe some funding for a political event, we'd be there for you. Come on. Right. That's the way things work.
And I'm sure the doggy bag was not for the doggy. There's a little something to bring home, but don't give it to the dog.
What do you call it? Remember the Oscar bag, Ray and Tim? Yeah. Remember the Oscar bag, whenever it goes home and they always put a value to it? Yeah. It's probably like an Oscar bag. You know what I mean? A couple of rollies in it, maybe a piataka, whatever. Come on. Everybody knows. Come on.
Could be,
Could be. I'm only speculating.
Yeah, let's speculate. We're speculating, all right. But look at this. MetaMask.
What? Come on. You guys are blowing my mind. Seriously?
Yeah, looks like it, man.
Oh, man.
Right?
MetaMask, I love you. And Bitcoin, this would excite me.
Yep. So, hey, MetaMask could add Bitcoin support within the next month, though plans aren't firm, right?
Yeah.
It's that's cool. Self-custodial hot wallet. That's what we love, man. We're all about holding and being in control of our own assets. Not your keys, not your crypto, right? So that's the big deal from being on Coinbase and Crypto.com and all those things like Binance. They have their own exchange and they have a centralized, right? But this is why all of this stuff is been being built, right? All this, these years, right? It's not like they just started.
I heard from a guy who had a bridge to the Binance network. I heard from a guy, and he said it sucked. He didn't use the word difficult or anything. He said it was one of the worst experiences he's ever had in his life. I'm just like,
It is. Other than things like I said, like so. I love how always these people with the Solana stuff. I get it. It's cool. It's fast. It's a lot of transactions. But I didn't have great experiences with that either, right? And when it shuts down, that's not cool, right? I'm just being straight up. I'm sure, like I'm not being a FUD on it, but you can't have a blockchain that just turns off, man. Right?
well,
So
I didn't like what do you call that? The Phantom wallet, the Phantom.
yeah, Phantom. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'd get failed.
Right.
And then I get nervous because when you fail on the Ethereum blockchain, they take your gas and the money you were trying to.
Oh, you get a little log jam. I remember people just keep hitting the button.
Yeah, they take everything. Like, dude, what happened to my money? Oh, it failed.
Yeah.
And then remember we were trying to mint NFTs a long time ago.
Right.
And if you didn't pay for big gas, they took your money for the NFT and the gas money. It was very hurtful. It was hurtful.
It is. But yeah, I mean that's huge if they start having support for Bitcoin on MetaMask, right? That solves kind of a lot of our issues, right? I'm not a fan of having to, something that I'm not familiar with to have, my Bitcoin on, right? Because I have to have that. I don't like that. I'm not going to keep it on Coinbase, So yeah, there you go. A lot of stuff is happening though.
And then you mentioned Coinbase again. Are we going to, we should revisit every week. Is Coinbase going to come clean if it's paper Bitcoin or, on the blockchain eventually? You think? Remember we were talking about the other day?
Yeah, I know what we were talking about. I was talking about that with Austin M2 too, as well. And he was talking about it is pretty much what he thinks is on the up and up, right? It's just a thing that they do, as a Coinbase kind of thing for some holding that much.
Right, like a security thing, like keep it. Right.
For holding that much of a BlackRock because they're custody of it, right? So it's just the way that they're doing it. But still, we all should be able to see that stuff. So we'll see.
Gotcha. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. But going to get into what we were talking about. I wanted to do a little thing on NFTs. Most people just try to forget about it, like it's nothing, right? Like NFTs are just not going to happen, and that's so far from the truth, right? Because that's what people said about this. The internet may be just a passing fad, as millions give up on it, right? We're not giving up on NFTs, man. NFTs have immense utility, and they're incredible of what they do. The utility that you can build into it, the things that they can, with everything in music, taxes, healthcare, all the things that NFTs can do is pretty crazy, right? So, I made a little presentation. We're going to go over this a little bit, but there's a lot of parallels. NFTs in the World Wide Web, right? And it's on the same path, and people maybe really don't realize that. So let me jump in here. And I know most of us that watch, right? There might be some new folks, right? I do want to talk about what NFTs are, right? NFTs in the World Wide Web. NFTs are non-fungible tokens. They have gained a significant attention in recent years. Mainly all the crazy speculations and people trying to hype up stuff and just trying to make money as fast as they can. That hype cycle was not healthy or good for NFTs. But that's not what they're about. But the same thing with the World Wide Web, on the other hand, is a global system of interconnected computer networks that allows for the exchange of information and data. We were all, getting on the internet and kind of blown away, all with what we could get, learn, and figure out. Right? It was a cool time to be alive when all the internet started spinning up. Just very cumbersome, very crazy, and ridiculous to use. You remember setting it up? Remember that dial-up? Remember when somebody came home and they took the phone and they, your parents, right? You're off. There's no internet. And your mom gets on the phone and the internet's off now, right? You got no internet. So there was a lot of problems and just ways we were using it. But it's the same thing with this. NFTs have a potential to revolutionize digital ownership and the way we interact with digital content on the web. You hear us say that, but it really does, right? There is no way to be able to own any value that you create on the internet. But now there is with NFTs. And again, you know, a lot of people don't understand how that works, and that's why I wanted to do some of this. Non-fungible tokens, they're unique digital assets that represent ownership or proof of authenticity of a specific item or piece of content. Unlike cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, which are fungible and can be exchanged on a one-to-one basis, right? It'll take any Bitcoin. If I owe Tim $50,000, I could send him a Bitcoin, less than a whole Bitcoin, and he would take any Bitcoin, right? If that makes sense. He doesn't need a specific Bitcoin. He'll take any Bitcoin that I have, right? But NFTs are typically built on a blockchain technology, and they provide a decentralized and transparent ledger for recording ownership and transaction history. Each NFT is assigned a unique identifier or token, and that's what I want to bring up. I've done this before, right? But you can just say, you know, two $20 bills right here. They're fungible tokens. These are NFTs, man. And people don't even realize that. That's an NFT. See that picture of that guy? Right? That's an NFT. But it's fungible right now, right? But what makes it non-fungible is if you just only took, where's that number, right? If you only took that number that identifies that $20 bill. It's the same thing with your NFTs. Have you looked at your monsters? Have you seen that number? That's a unique identifier to make your non-fungible token monster. You're very unique from all the other monsters, right? So taking that into account, that means if I owe Tim $20, right, but he would only take this one with just this number, that's where it's non-fungible, right? Does that make sense? I mean, yeah, go ahead.
That makes sense. I found out something the other day that if your serial number works out to be like a birthday, they're worth like $40. That $20 bill,
yeah,
the serial number, when you look at it, it could be 05, 1980, right?
Yeah.
All the things come out. It's the same as a date, right?
Right.
You got 2 months, 2 days, and then a year. And so if your serial number works out to be a birthday or anniversary, you could sell that online for like $40. So look at your serial numbers, because your $20 bill could be worth a whole lot more than $20.
Double. There you go.
Yeah. So, you know, if it would be really cool if I had a serial number, you know, that was my birthday or my anniversary, and I'd be like, you know, that's when you put it on the wall, right?
Right.
And you'd be like, hey, this is cool. And that makes it unique to you, right? Then it's valuable to me, right? Because that's my date. But otherwise, everybody's trading $20 bills for for 2 pizzas, whatever. And that's that. But if you hand over one with somebody's birthday on it.
So on the serial number, which one you looking at? Because there's a lot of numbers on that.
Well, he's saying the first
the one in green.
Yeah. This one right there under the seal.
Yeah.
Right. So okay, so you start with the first numbers, like mine's 816175. So that would be 814 19.
No, if it starts 8-1, there's no 8-1 in the month, right? It would have to be like 08. You'd have August.
Oh,
right?
okay.
And then 19, and then 1968.
You know, they used to play that money when my parents were growing up, like poker or something, you know, whatever pairs. I got a pair of 9s. I got 7 4s.
Liar's Poker, it's called.
Oh, thank you. I never knew what it was called.
I played Liar's Poker with the best of them, with the guys from Long Term Capital.
Oh, that's
for $100 a hand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Timmy.
It was insane.
Well, I appreciate that. So everybody gets that. The dollar bill itself is an NFT, but not.
It's an NFT. Like I said, if you use the serial number, right?
It's unique. It has to be unique.
Right. It's a cryptocurrency. If you take any one, right? That's what you would do. It was just saying when you were gone, I could send Tim a Bitcoin. He doesn't care what Bitcoin it is.
Right.
Would you care what Bitcoin it is? Right. No one does.
When you promised me that Bitcoin you were going to sell me tomorrow, I don't bother.
But that's what I'm saying. Now in an NFT, look at this. We're talking about digital collectible arts and collectibles, right? And art pieces. You have something that is very unique. That's why art is what it is, right? It is valuable in the eyes of the beholder. It's different, right? But you can do all kinds of stuff like I said, concert tickets, music, right? These are all very specific ways that they can be inside or embedded into the NFT. And like I said, that's what makes it unique. I know people think that they could.
We talked about it earlier, putting the NFT on a shirt. Remember we talked about this?
Right.
Put it on a product, because you have the intellectual properties of that.
Right.
There's one of those apes out there, blue ape guy. You seen that blue ape guy? He puts his necklace on there.
I did.
You see the necklace on the bee with the blue ape?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
IP rights, intellectual property.
IP. That's right. And that's what I'm saying. Tim, with his real estate and what they do, all of it's going to be NFTs. It has to do with NFTs. And it might not have anything to do with the image, right? It just might have the company's logo on it, right? Whatever it is.
You could eventually have an address and latitude and longitude, right?
Latitude and longitude.
Latitude,
plot
longitude,
lines.
You own it.
Just look at our NFTs with the monsters. It has latitude and longitude, right? There's a lot of stuff being implemented here that can be used in a lot of different ways. Right?
And I'm going to say this out loud because I want this recorded. We always think about it, where you were born in life, where you were born on the life chain, could have been in the 40s, the 20s, from horse and buggy to Ford cars. And we're pretty born at a cool time. Like, we've been dropping some history lately. And, hey, do you remember? Oh, I remember. I remember Ethereum. What? You had Ethereum?
Yeah.
When it was what? How much? 3,700? Now it's like 185,000 a token.
Look at this guy.
You afforded that?
You afforded that? What are you talking about? All right, are they all from the South in the woods there, FOMO?
I'm going to be hanging out in the South. I'm going to be in Florida. That's where I'm going to be.
FOMO's going to be talking to himself. We already know he wants to be alone.
I already talked to myself now.
Yes, but there's a lot of potential applications. I'm just telling you, like I said, from the music industry to movies itself. Piracy. Piracy is everywhere, right? They will not be able to do that with this technology, right? It's amazing and it's incredible the ways the utility behind it can be used. Just a little history too. The World Wide Web, right? Are often obviously referred as the web. It's interconnected documents and other resources. I know a lot of us don't even know how it works, right? And I know probably most of us don't care, but that's what it is. It's just interconnected documents, and they're linked by hyperlinks and URLs, right? That is the internet. That's all that's happening. We don't know how to, actually make HTML and build websites and do all that stuff. That's fine. No worries. Some of us do. But there's a lot of cool technology it took to build this amazing apparatus, this thing that we use every day now, into what it is now. And now it's about to be upgraded where now we're going to be able to exchange value, right? Securely. We've been able to exchange data and get into whatever, all these social media stuff, find whatever, all the different friends and do all kinds of ridiculous stuff. But now we're finally going to be able to exchange value in a secure, great way. But I didn't know this guy. It's Sir Tim Berners-Lee. You ever heard of him?
Sir Tim what?
Sir Tim Berners-Lee.
No.
He worked at CERN, and he was one of the ones that really started the World Wide Web, man.
Wow,
Ooh.
I did not know.
I thought that was Al Gore.
It was Al Gore. It was.
It really was Al Gore?
No, it wasn't.
That's what he said. He said he did.
Well, he's wrong, right? If anything, it might have been the CIA, right? And he's not, whatever.
I thought the CIA did the dark web.
They do, well, I mean, that was before the web, FOMO.
Okay,
So,
I got you. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. You're correct.
thank you. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Thank you. We're just educating everybody here in the
It
audience.
is.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's how they were doing information back in the day, right? And war.
Right.
That's how we were doing decoding, right? Whatever. The web of NFT and NFTs. NFTs are digital representations of ownership or proof of authenticity for a unique digital asset. They are built on a blockchain technology, which provides a decentralized and transparent platform for buying, selling, and trading digital assets. So now integration into Web3 platforms, NFTs have been integrated into various web platforms, allowing users to create, buy, and sell digital assets. Some platforms enable artists to mint and sell their artwork as NFTs, while others provide marketplaces for trading NFTs. The integration has opened up new opportunities for creators and collectors. Just for that alone, That's what we're talking about with the ownership economy. You know how hard it is for artists that are just kind of starting out or have been doing it for a long time to get their stuff out there, right? That's an amazing thing just for them. Look at all the independent musicians now, right? We see it at least a lot on Twitter. I love those spaces that we go to, where you hear a lot of the musicians and people coming up with their own music. Independent music is going to become huge, man, and I'm kind of pumped for that, right? So this is beyond the web. NFTs are beyond it, but just looking at some things: physical art, collectibles. Think of baseball cards or whatever, and then here's music and entertainment, fashion, and virtual goods. I remember we were talking to somebody that was building a virtual island, doing this cool metaverse, and they were saying that we could put the skins on all the jet skis, right? Because there's jet skis all around this island, and we obviously making the designs would be able to sell them in their metaverse for the jet skis, right? That's crazy, right? That's what we mean by when all of this starts kind of spinning up and real projects that have been building and doing these metaverses or this Web3 that we're talking about, virtual goods. You know how huge that is, right? Everybody wants their avatar to look good. Like I said, my daughter, she loved, well, I don't know how much she plays it now, but Fortnite. Yep. Those skins are huge. She spent so much money in that game, but that's their kind of what they call drip, right? That's their cool stuff, right? Just like when we were kids, we wanted the cool sneakers. I know when I was in high school, you wanted the nice clothes and shirt. Well, it doesn't matter to them in the real world, really. Kind of it does, but it's more in those virtual worlds. Right?
You had a members only jacket, didn't you, Ray?
I did. I remember. I had a Michael Jackson. I had all that stuff. Absolutely. But yes, that just because it doesn't make sense to you, this younger generation, why we started this off with that, it does make sense to them, right? That is where they want to be cool and have that kind of gear. So, man, I mean, it's kind of endless where we're gonna be able to get after this stuff. This is what we get to do with ownership, copyright. You hear us talk about IP all the time. That's amazing. And then there's challenges, right? Scalability, interoperability, and regulations. We're almost hopefully starting to get to that point. That's why we keep talking about this in the news.
Yep.
Once they put these guardrails in, man, it's all over. This whole system is going to explode, right? I mean, because there's been a lot of people building. A lot of people been just kind of behind the scenes, plugging away, and just knowing that this time is going to come. So when this time comes, it's going to explode. So scalability, interoperability, and regulations. And then we're good to go. So think of this. This is what you got to think about. Collaboration, right? Forge partnerships with digital artists and creators to tokenize their work as NFTs. Do you understand what those stamps are? Do you know what those are? Those are NFTs, right?
Do you know?
You can start thinking and how you're going to work together with digital artists and creators and supply the technology for them, right?
Bring it light. These things are incredible.
It is.
Do you understand that it's going to create memories for people?
Yeah, memories.
When they go to an event, maybe a museum, right? Maybe they go to the Louvre.
Ooh, the Louvre.
In front of every famous painting is actually a QR code. With your app, you scan it, and you get information and that replica.
An avatar pops up and speaks. Hey, you know who painted this here?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's the Mona Lisa, and Mona Lisa pops up and says, "Are you looking at me?
Are you looking at me? Looking at you?"
Just it's endless.
Yes.
You go to the Indianapolis 500. Maybe you have your favorite cars. Maybe when you walk, the range, every car has a QR code. Yeah. Now you collected that car. You collect so many cars and so many races. Remember we talked about this, right? You collect so many cars, so many races. Maybe you get a private meeting with the driver at an event. I mean, it's endless.
Right. I used to love air shows. Going through that. Imagine you'd be able to scan all the different airplanes and get the history of what it did. Right.
Incredible.
Who the pilots were that flew and did all these missions and did amazing.
I'll even go one better, and I don't want to get gory or not the word gory or not gory. Can you imagine tombstones eventually having a QR code where it actually talks about the person?
Pops up out of the grave.
No, but I'm just saying it's a biography of the person.
Right.
Hey, you're in front of my grave. I was born this date. I passed this way. This is what I did for a living. I have my wife. Think about the concept of integration, even a museum or a zoo.
Right.
Can you imagine going around with a zoo with a kid and he's snapping pictures and be like, oh, I remember I got those. I was 8 and I was at the zoo and I went in front of the exhibit and I clicked a picture and then I found out those lions were from here. Right. It's incredible education. It's involvement, and it's a memory. And, it's pretty incredible when you think about it.
And then imagine.
So are you going to be putting the Barn Love animals? Are they all getting their own QR codes, NFTs?
No, but the wine bottles are. And they're going to talk about where the grapes came from. And they're going to talk about drink up and enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what we do with the donation of the money. We'll do a QR code and something will pop up. It'll be a video of the animal rescues that we donate the money to.
Well, then imagine, like you said, just piggybacking on what you're saying. You just did all this fun stuff. You had a great experience. You went to a museum. You did this stuff at the graveyard or whatever you're talking about. And now you get to come back, right? And you get to go into the portal and then you get to claim stuff of what you just did.
100%.
Right? It's crazy.
100%.
Right? It is, like you said, it's endless. Right? When everybody sees what this really is, I think you're going to be shocked, right? I think they're going to kind of be blown away. But, I think that's about the last one. There's a lot of potential for future developments, right? In a lot of industries, including gaming, music, real estate. Gaming is so huge, man. It's crazy. NFTs, we talked about, the augmented reality just the other day, right? Extended reality, augmented reality, virtual reality technologies, immersive digital experiences, right? This merging of the digital world and our real world is going to be wild, right? And when you can customize it, right, because you have this NFT that's going to change the experience and make it unique for you, that's amazing. And also too, the people who create that. That's why we keep talking about this is the creator economy. The person who created that, you buy it from them and they get reward. They get to keep that reward. So say I get tired of it and I don't want that experience anymore of this merged augmented reality. I sell it to FOMO. The creator who made that also gets the rewards for that again, right? It's always going to be connected to the person who created it. And it's built into the technology, right? You don't get to bypass the person who actually created the experience or whatever, right? It's pretty amazing.
I think eventually, Ray, I was thinking about, when the baby is born in the hospital, eventually the baby will be photographed and there'll be a QR code, and that you will scan it and you'll have your baby's picture when he was in the hospital, he or she was in the hospital. And then when you get home, like first birthday, so imagine turning that into a stamp on the blockchain, and then you keeping track of it. Hey, I remember you were 1, 2. There's your, we talk about having pictures in a phone or pictures in a photo album. Making a blockchain memorable stamp collectible forever. And then imagine sending the QR code to all your relatives, either via email, whatever, and they're scanning the QR code on their phones.
Right.
And now they're on the app, they're doing everything. It's pretty amazing.
Imagine you building that and making that the app that you put on Opus, right?
Yes.
You just built what you just said.
Right. 100%.
And now go ahead. You're muted, Tim.
And then FOMO would take it the next step when little FOMO graduates kindergarten, and grandma and grandpa want to send him 5 Satoshis, and and he comes back, he's getting good grades all the way through high school and stuff, and you sending him Satoshis all the way along the trip.
100%.
And he can house those.
His smart app, you know what I mean? His ID.
Smart key.
Yeah. So I'm just saying to you, it's incredible. And the thing you were talking about earlier, Ray, when we're talking about kids getting raised, and the kid was saying you might as well give the kid a fax machine. Remember that guy? Parents don't even, and I say this humbly, parents are not raising their children all the time. It's an iPad. I've never seen parents give an iPad to a child and the kid's whipping around. And then later on, mom and dad go, I don't know how to get this app to work. And the kids go, come here. They're just, because they're flying around the iPad. They're always playing on the iPad. They're doing it. That's what it's going to be like. I think it'd be incredible. And then you were talking about tokenizing. Can you imagine tokenizing homework eventually, Ray?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think about, watch this, say an engineering company, or let's talk about NVIDIA. They need engineers. So they come up with questions and a test and gamification to become an engineer. And then you get Satoshis when you answer the questions correctly. And then they track you. And when you score certain things, remember that movie? I forget the movie, but when he, was fighting, then they send you
The Last Starfighter.
Yeah, The Last Starfighter. They're testing you. Oh, you're the one of the top 5 people in the world on engineering. Come fly to NVIDIA. We want to see if you can really do it. I'm just letting you know it's endless. It's endless possible.
I ain't giving anybody Satoshis there, FOMO. I don't know what you're talking
about. I'm letting you know, but somebody's going to give somebody some Satoshis.
Yeah, that's good, though. But yes, that's like I said, it's what's fun. I love going through this stuff because it is endless, man. And that's why we talk about this market evolution is inevitable. It's going to happen, right? We haven't been over here kind of, huh?
It feels like we're right on the cusp. Do you feel
it does. It does. It feels
Jim,
like.
Do you feel something in the air like we're at the cusp of history?
Oh, it's happening.
Yes.
Man, if this was the moon landing, I'd probably be taking the photo on the moon. One giant step for man. You know what I'm saying, Ray?
One giant leap for FOMO head. That's right.
Yes.
But these cycles, they all go through boom and bust. There is no straight line, everybody.
I don't like the bust.
It has to be. What do we say? Pain is a great teacher, right? It really is, right? These things, it has to happen. That's how all these things work, right? The dot-com bubble of the late 90s served as a prime example, right? It was ridiculous at the end of the 90s, right? With all the stupid dot-coms. They're selling these three-letter dot-coms for tens of millions of dollars, and they weren't even built out websites, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you were experiencing with crypto, right? We were getting into all these meme coins. Yeah, back me. I want that $10 million increase. It's just not. It's not real, right? Of course, people can make money like that, but it was the hype cycle, and that's not. It's fun. I guess it brings attention, but Amazon and Google. They emerged, and we saw the charts that we were looking at it before. They came on in like 2004, 2006. That's when they started bursting on, right? So that it's not like this bubble really popped. It's just all the suckiness went away, all the garbage. Same thing with crypto. Look at FTX. Look at Celsius. Look at all that stuff. Terra Luna. The garbage has to be cleaned out, and these things are and that's what we go to this next one. Quality will prevail. The people who are really doing this stuff, after all the garbage and all the dust settles, you're going to see the quality of what's being built here. And yeah, technology advancements is the key. Mainstream adoption is right here, like you guys just said, and it isn't. Speculation versus value, right? There is a lot of speculative nature in NFTs, but it is a double-edged sword, what it's talking about. And finally, I just wanted to end on this because a lot of people don't think of this stuff with NFTs. Imagine, look at this, HR. Picture an HR system where each employee's unique career journey is encapsulated as an NFT, eliminating the tedious background checks, right? Imagine your whole life as you worked and you were a great employee here and you did above and beyond. All of that stuff went with you because you had an NFT that was attached to that. Every job you would scan and go through and check in or however you want to do it. But it's keeping track of all your accolades and all the times you came in late, right? People are going to start acting right? I'm just saying, it's pretty cool. Look at this with Drive with authenticity. Envision an automobile world where every vehicle comes with an NFT, detailing its warranty claims, maintenance history, and even its past owners. You know how many people lie? Remember, what is it, Ferris Bueller? What did he try to do?
Put it in reverse, yeah.
He jacked up the Ferrari and tried to run it in reverse. Yeah, you can't do that garbage. So
it didn't pay, Ray. It went right out the back window.
It didn't work. That's because that boy, that kid went nutso. Right?
He needed a little therapy. He was short of a little therapy. He was a couple of nuts short of a full drive.
Cameron did. He had some issues, man.
He had some issues. That's a good word to look at. it.
But yeah, man, it's cool. It's you know, I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, a lot of exciting stuff, man. So
Hey, I see playing cards. You were talking about. I see your shirt you're wearing, the Florida Gators.
Yeah, the Gators, man.
Right, that's going to be an NFT, right?
Of course, it will be.
You want to collect. Imagine having the players on the team,
Yeah.
and they were to sell their own NFTs for value.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that?
LGR.
Let's go Rangers.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And this is a signature from my boy Tom Laidlaw, who played on the winning team back in '94, I believe.
And you're wearing that shirt?
I'm wearing it because Rangers made the Final Four, and the game is on right now, and they're currently losing.
Are they playing? Are they
at 8
home
o'clock.
or away? Is it a home game or away?
It's they're I believe in Florida Panthers.
Right. And they still play at Madison Square Garden?
Oh yeah.
Nice, very nice.
Well, let's get. Let me see this. Thank you for the drink. Oh yeah, we got to get some drink ups, right? Yo. What up there, Apex? Good to see you, brother. And drink it all up. We got to get the drink up. It's past 9.
I don't see a drink up. Maybe I'm seeing something that's not there, or I looked.
I don't know. Is it? Is it not? It's all right.
I don't see a.
All good.
Was it listed before? I don't see a mob.
No, I think they're
thing
off.
after us.
Okay, no worries. I know they were doing the big pizza. There was a pizza party, so
Pizza party, the global pizza party.
global pizza party, bro. So it's all good. But yeah, no, thanks everybody for joining us, and yeah, hopefully, kind of just again sparking that creative juices going, right? Because there's a lot that you can get into and benefit in this space because the virtual world, the digital world, is infinite, man, and that's why it's so exciting. That's why this you know is I never thought there was a way to kind of mess with our debt, but we can fix the debt, FOMO. We can fix the debt. You know what I mean? We can.
Yeah.
Look at Nancy Pelosi. She's turning around. Turn around. See? There you go.
No.
Okay, sorry.
It's all good. But yes, you know, who knows, man? People come around and you know, the technology becomes like a wave and there's nothing they can do about it, right? It's gonna just crash over them. So they just get on a surfboard.
That's called tsunami, right? When the water crashes over you and it gets high.
Oh, it doesn't. I've been out in California. Waves crashed over me.
The tsunami.
Come on, man.
I don't even go. What's that called when you jump on that little board?
Perfect.
Boogie boarding?
Boogie boarding. I don't do boogie boarding. That's dangerous.
Okay. Come
Dude,
on.
you ever go not boogie boarding? You ever go body surfing and then the wave cracks and then drives your face down into the sand?
Yeah.
That happened once. I was like, ooh, that hurts.
Yep. There's one time where I thought that was it, right? Because I didn't know which way was up. I was spinning.
Right. That's what I'm saying to you. That's what
But
I'm
it's
saying.
all good. Got to have the fun, man. You know.
I got caught in a riptide one time. I might not even be here. I ended up like 500 yards downstream. And then I remembered the story. Don't swim directly in. You got to go on an angle.
Yes.
And just slowly get in there. But I ended up getting in there. I had to walk the beach for a very long time to get to mommy. And then I think she spanked my butt.
Tore into you. There
Yeah.
you go. Well, everybody have a happy Wednesday.
So
right?
great Wednesday. Learned
is.
a lot, Ray. Tim,
Thank
thanks for educating me.
Yeah, no,
Good
good
stuff.
Thank you, FOMO. Great stuff for you. Appreciate you. All right, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. And Matt, smash the like button, right? Smash
it. I'm talking about
Smash
smash it.
And then leave some comments, right? So appreciate it. And yeah, I saw Apex left some things. I'm going to talk about some SoFi things, right? People leaving comments about what we should make content about. There you go. I just heard, you know, Apex talking about SoFi and the you know, what's that going to look like, you know, in the future, right? So
Love you.
love it, man. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.
Love you.
Love you, man.
Let's go Rangers.
See you.
Rangers.
Step into the nexus with clicks convert to power. Illuminate the world from the screen of your tower. Social fabric woven with the threads of play. A new dawn of gaming, we paved the way. Here, attention's gold in the echo of our clicks. Each move, a strategy in the digital mix. Stand with us on open say our secure ground. Where every bite traded is a kingdom found. Fence is gold, and it gold by clicks. Each move a strategy in the digital mix. Stand with us on Opus AI, secure ground. Where every bot traded is a kingdom found. So power up your device, let your strategy unfold and connect.